Yo, what's up? It's Colton. And guess what? You are back on the Mile 17 podcast to listen to another episode of Coffee with Colt because you love to be here or you wouldn't be coming back. Or maybe I'm just making such a fool of myself that it's just funny for you to come listen to me. Either way, I'm still glad you're here. I've got my coffee. Today, my coffee cup is just says C for Colton. And honestly, I have no idea where we got these. Probably Target. Maybe they were a gift. I have zero clue. I don't remember, but I love this coffee cup and cheers to you this morning. So I woke up this morning feeling so sorry for myself and just not doing well. I woke up just like, as they say, on the wrong side of the bed. I was feeling unmotivated. I was feeling grouchy because I have to work today. It's my second day out of three at the hospital. And for any of my nurses or healthcare professionals out there, we all know like a 3 day stretch just, it fucking sucks. And there's no other way to put it. And so I started going down this rabbit hole, feeling sorry for myself. And since I was in a bad mood, the first thing I did this morning was grab my phone and start looking at it. And I literally stopped myself in my tracks and I thought, what the hell are you doing? Like, what the hell? And when I realized, I like kind of looked at the calendar, looked at the date, and I'm like, here we are. We're at that point where we all start to veer off the path of our quote unquote, there's my air quotes, New Year's resolutions. And I didn't really make a New Year's resolution because I'm one of those people who I don't really think they are necessary. I love the new year as a starting point to build a foundation and to, feel the buzz, feel the energy, feel the motivation to get started. But I just feel like a New Year's resolution is so often met with failure because you have all this energy, you start building this momentum, everybody's buzzing, like it's such a fun time of year, it's a new year, like, there's like so much fluff and excitement that it's 2024. And then once that wears off, once the newness, the freshness wears off, it's like buying a new sweater. Like once the newness wears off, like it's not as cool anymore. Or it's like buying a new cell phone. Like it's amazing, it's great, you feel like you have the world in your hands, and then, like, after a couple weeks, you're like, "Yeah, like, it's functions the same as my last one that was 5 generations older." So, the point that I'm making is it's so easy for us to get off track, and yesterday, I was in a rush, I didn't give myself enough time in the morning, and I didn't get to finish my journal, and that's become a staple for me, it's become a place that I go to every morning and it starts my day off right. It gets me in the right headspace. It gets me physically looking and writing and seeing my vision, my goals, what I'm working towards, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so, and me not being able to finish that yesterday and not being able to write out my plan, write out my vision, write out my goals, see my daily gratitude, I think that it just kind of like veered me off the path a little bit and woke up this morning and typically at this point, I would have been like, yeah, fuck it. And, just little by little, day by day, stopped journaling as much or, stopped giving myself that extra 20 minutes in the morning and eventually would have just completely stopped and given up on what I was doing because that's what we do. And I just felt like it was important to share this message and share this experience that I was having because I think this is a very common theme in a lot of people. Whether you're going down a fitness journey or a relationship journey or a career path or school, like it's just like starting a semester of school for anybody that's been in college or are in college right now, like, you know how it is, like, the semester starts, like, you're, like, feeling good, you're like, "Yes, I'm gonna kill it this semester, I'm gonna get straight A's, I'm gonna show up to class every day, I'm gonna go to the gym before class." After a couple weeks, you're dead ass tired, your motivation is gone, and you start missing class, you start turning things in late, you start prioritizing other things instead of studying, like, I know, I remember exactly how it goes. And that's why like the whole concept of motivation is kind of just whack. Like it's good to have inspiration, it's good to have motivation, but that's not gonna last you. That's not gonna fuel the engine and keep you going. What is going to fuel your engine, keep you going towards your goals, towards your vision, is the discipline and the consistency. If you are showing up every day for yourself, and even if you fall off, like I said, like yesterday, technically I kind of fell off. Like I didn't finish my journal. I worked all day and felt like shit because I was on my phone so much when I got home from work, and I just wasn't in the right headspace. I wasn't doing what I've been doing to feel so good and to feel so healthy and to feel like I'm going towards my purpose in life. And it is so easy to get off track. It is so easy. And it's crazy to me because I'm sitting here thinking like, gosh, like it is so hard to get yourself on a path and to show up every day and have discipline and have consistency. And all it takes is a split second and you fall off. And that one falling off point leads to another and to another and to another. And then before you know it, you're back to where you started or even worse because now you've lost all this progress and then now you're feeling shame and guilt. So now you're going to, instead of eating half a bag of chips at night by yourself watching TV, you're going to eat the whole bag. And then the next day, you're going to miss the gym and eat the whole bag of chips. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a ripple effect. And gosh, I just wish that as humans, we just were more innately disciplined and consistent and it was easier. But the matter of fact is, it's just not. And you have to find a place inside of you that's bigger than you. You know, you're not going to just show up for yourself just because. Like if you don't have a higher purpose or a why or a strong understanding of as to why you're doing something, you're going to fail. You're going to fall off because eventually that motivation's going to disappear. And if you don't have a strong why and a strong like force behind what you're feeling and what your goal and vision is, it's all going to go away. And that's for all of us, and that's for any aspect of our lives. Again, whether that's your schooling, your career, your relationships, your friends, or with your partner, with your parents, with your siblings, whatever it is, like if you don't have a strong why and knowing as to why you're doing something, what's the point? Like you're not just going to show up every day just because, like just for the hell of it. Like that stuff's going to disappear. Okay, so what I'm recommending for this feeling and recommending for when you're in this state of you feel yourself kind of just like falling off, you feel yourself not showing up as you were the first couple weeks of the new year, I really, really, really recommend you grab a pen or pencil and a piece of paper. I don't care if it's a journal. Grab any kind of piece of paper you have lying around your house, your apartment, wherever you are, and start writing out your why. Start writing out why you do things or start writing out what got you motivated. Why did you want to lose 15 pounds? Why did you want to get that college degree? Why do you want that job? Why do you want to switch jobs? Why are you in the marriage that you're in? Why do you show up for your kids every day? You have to ask yourself those questions because if you're not, then what's the purpose? Like, what are you going through this life for if there's not a strong why and a strong purpose behind everything that you're doing, every action that you're taking. Because that's been I said this earlier in this podcast was I'm really being intentional. Like my decisions that I'm making have intent behind them. And I can feel when I'm making decisions without intent, like that I'm just floating through life and just like making decisions on a whim without thought or without purpose or intent behind them. And we're all guilty of this, like this, and it's going to happen more. I'm going to have so many more of these days, not just this year, but my entire life. But the difference now that I'm feeling is before, I don't think maybe I recognized it or I would just allow myself and just ignore it and just keep falling off versus now like I'm so much more self-aware and I bounce back so much quicker. Like if I was to start getting into one of these moods or start feeling down about my life or my decisions or whatever, then it would just cause a ripple effect. And like before I knew it, I'd be in such a slump and I would feel terrible for days and days and days. And I'm feeling differently because I strongly think that like me throwing my thoughts out on paper and seeing it. I'm not joking. This morning when I was feeling terrible, I was like, okay, I grabbed I ate my breakfast because I make breakfast every day and had like my normal healthy morning routine, even though I was feeling sorry for myself, not in the good mood. I grabbed my journal. I sat down, realized I didn't even finish it yesterday, went, okay, shit, not cool. So I dedicated that time. It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes because I'm very intentional. I think about this. I try to close my eyes and visualize what I'm writing out and why I'm writing it out. And literally, as I'm writing and I'm just like writing away, putting my thoughts out, I literally stopped and was like, oh my gosh, I already feel so much calmer. I already feel recentered. This is this is life changing. And it's something so simple that anybody can do. Like any of you can grab a piece of paper, a pen, or a pencil for $0 because I know you all have some stuff sitting around your house. And if you don't, you can use your phone and your notes pad, but I really strongly recommend pen to paper. It's really helpful. And just do it. Write it out. And you may feel silly at first. You may feel like, oh my God, I'm so weird. Do it anyway. Like it will change your life. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you this morning because I know we're all getting to this point in the new year of where the discipline has to show up or we're going to fail at our goals. And I just want you to realize if you failed one day, that doesn't mean all your progress is lost. If you failed at your plan and your plan was to have dry January, let's just use the mother freaking dry January. And you made it the first 10 days of January, no alcohol. And then January 11th, you fell off the wagon, you had a few drinks, and you woke up on the next day feeling terrible, regretting what you did. Okay, all right. Well, guess what? Not all progress is lost. So stop drinking. Don't have another one that day. Don't feel like all that progress that you made over the first 10 days was lost because of one day that you fell off. Like just start again. And it's okay to start again and to not beat yourself up and be like, oh my God, I lost all this progress. And as I've said before, I hate dry January. I think it's nonsense, but I use it because I think a lot of people try it. A lot of people do it for whatever reason, for your own reasons. I love it for you. I still think it's silly, but love it for you if that's your journey. And just realize, guys, like you're gonna fall off. You're gonna fail. We're all gonna fail. So that's what I've got for you. I'm honestly, if you're watching this on video, I'm like a little bit sorry because I really like to have the natural light flowing in my windows, hitting my face. But guess what? I'm up early before the sun and I've got to go to work and there's just nothing I can do about it. This is where I'm at. And I woke up this morning feeling so sorry for myself. And guess what? I'm feeling energized and buzzed and ready to freaking go and tackle the day and go take care of some sick people in the emergency department and some not so sick people because they still come too. But that's okay. That's what we're there for. So grab your coffee, your tea, your green drink, your water, your orange juice, your apple juice. I don't know what else you drink in the morning. Hopefully it's yummy. And cheers. Let's have a wonderful, fabulous, amazing day. I need to really work on my singing voice, but I don't think that's ever really in the cards for me. So cheers. Here's to you. Follow me Instagram and TikTok at Colton Lord 17. YouTube. I'm loving my YouTube channel at Colton Lord. Or follow this on Spotify or Apple Podcast. We love having you here. This is fun. Just show up and listen and interact. And please send me messages anywhere. I love to hear from people. This is all about building community. We're telling stories, we're connecting, and realizing that we all have so much more in common than we really think. So let's do this. Let's have a wonderful, fabulous, amazing day, amazing week. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.